My last video, I talked about saving money by getting rid of the House of Lords, the unelected people, and all the hangers on, jobs for the boys. We do not need them. It will save millions and millions of pounds. Another way to save money is getting rid of the nuclear, what they call deterrent. It's no deterrent. We got nuclear bombs, submarines. We've had them for years. They cost nearly £1 trillion. Now, there can never be a nuclear war. People who think that there can be a nuclear war need to read the book On the Beach by Nevil Shute about an American submarine that, after Russia and America dropped the bombs on it, everybody was dead. And what kills the people is radiation. And the last country to get affected by the radiation was Australia, and in the end they all died as well. For instance, Chernobyl, it was a meltdown. It wasn't like an explosion, but that would give you an example of a little bomb going off. Had it exploded and Russian soldiers hadn't turned off a stop valve or opened a valve, whatever they did to stop the explosion, thousands of people would have died and be dying on a daily basis. When I lived in Tenerife, they brought children, all had thyroid cancer from the effects of Chernobyl. But nuclear war, anybody that talks that there can be nuclear war are fucking idiots. There cannot be nuclear war. For instance, if Iran dropped a nuclear bomb on Israel, killing Palestinians, Israel would decimate Iran, and the sand and dust in the air would finish everybody off. Radiation is worse than contamination from CO2 emissions, right? And nobody's on their streets. There used to be ban the bomb protests and things like that. In England, we have shelters, but not for you and me. The shelters are for the people who would start a nuclear war, and they would live a lot longer in the bunkers, but not the likes of you and me. We're the cannon fodder. So we could save straight away £1 trillion by getting rid of the nuclear weapons. Now, we've got submarines, 6 months lying on the seabed, waiting to drop them on anybody who drops them on the UK. But you may as well explode the bomb in the UK, a quick death, rather than a lingering death from radiation. Now, those submarines could be brought to places like Liverpool, Newcastle, and be plugged in to the electrical system, and they would keep the electric system going in some big towns and cities for quite some years. But in my opinion, nuclear warfare is a no-no. Can never be. It's more likely be a biological weapon that the Chinese are trying to produce that kills off a good 2/3 of the population. And Americans have already prepared for that. They've got hundreds of thousands of coffins ready, because the first one that can develop a biological weapon, and they only have the vaccine to not get killed from it, that is more likely scenario than a nuclear war. So anyway, I would say ban the bomb, plug in the submarines into the grid, and save £1 trillion. That is my next idea about saving the UK and making it great again.